Namo Buddhaya. Welcome and welcome back to another video. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever lied to someone? Well, I know what you're thinking about. You will say to me, well, what are you talking about? We all have lied, right? That is the nature of all of us. Yes, it is the common human nature for all of us to lie, right? I got this question from one of the parents who is visiting our monastery. She asked from me, like, my daughter has this serious bad habit that she always lies to me, right? No matter what she does, she never tells the truth. What's the reason for this and how can I stop this? Then I asked from her, have you ever punished your child or scolded or yelled at your child just because she did a bad thing, she did a wrong thing, and she told the truth? She told you what she did. Have you ever done that? And she said, yes, I have done it many times, that I have scolded and I have punished my child just because she told the truth, right? And I told her, this is the biggest reason why children lie. And this is the biggest reason that people lie, most of the time. People lie because they're afraid of the punishments, right? And also, people lie because they are being punished in the past even though they told the truth, right? So that is why I always advise for parents and people. No matter people, who are the people who you're living with, they will do mistakes, they will do wrong things. That is the human nature, right? But make them understand, no matter what bad thing or what wrong thing you did, tell the truth. If you tell the truth, there will be no punishment, there will be no anger in it. If you tell the truth, there will be love, affection, guidance, and understanding. That is what we need to practice, right? People lie because they're afraid of being punished and being afraid of that hurt and pain. And also, one of the biggest reasons that people lie is because they're afraid of losing things. Okay, so if we can make an environment for people around us, for our loved ones, that there is this understanding, there is this love and care and guidance, so that they will always tell the truth to you, right? So I want to introduce you to this wonderful practice that we have in monks community, right? Because as monks, right, when we become monks, we get 227 precepts to practice, right? Sometimes these precepts are broken by ourselves, right? Most of the time it is because of lack of mindfulness or lack of awareness, right? Mistakes can happen. If we broke some precept, there is this practice called apati deshana. Apati deshana means if we did a wrong thing, or if we break a precept, what we have to do is we have to go to one of our brother monks and open up it, right? That means tell the mistake that we have done and tell them that I know and I see this mistake as a mistake, and hereafter I am trying my best to be disciplined, right? And the response from the other party is the most wonderful thing, right? The response always will be that I know and I see this mistake in you as a mistake. I understand that you have done a mistake. So from hereafter, you will be forgiven and you will be guided and you will get the help from the monks community to be disciplined, right? And that is what we all need to have in all of our families and people who we are dealing with, right? We need to have that understanding and guidance and love and care. And then people will always be truthful, right? Because people don't understand what are the bad effects and adverse effects of this lying. Most of the time people say, okay, I can say white lies, right? I can say white lies. It doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any bad thing, or it doesn't hurt me. Well, white lies do hurt you, right? Although you said it just because it is a small thing and doesn't hurt anyone, that is the start of a mistake. When you get comfortable with white lies, right, little by little you will get comfortable with big lies. So that is why the Buddha said, when the Buddha defines that you should stay away from lying, When the Buddha said you should stay away from lying, Buddha never referred to any kind of colors of lie, or white lie, or red lie, or any kind of lie. Buddha said, be truthful, stay away from lying, right? So how can we understand this lying? The lying should be understood that the words that we speak with the intention of fooling someone, right? Putting him in a difficult situation and fooling someone, right? So these kind of words, we should not be spoken, and we should be always truthful, right? Being truthful, in the beginning, it will a little bit hurt a little bit. It will be difficult a little bit. But being truthful has many, many benefits, right? So that is why we need to understand that lying is not good in any way, right? No matter it is a white lie or a red lie or any kind of lie is harmful for all of us, right? If we can try to be truthful, if we can live our life in a truthful way, it will give you a huge satisfaction about your life. When you think about your life, how truthful you have lived, then it will give you a good sense of like happiness into your life. Okay, so if you can create an environment of understanding, love and care and guidance, so then the people around you will not lie to you. Okay, so tell to your children, no matter what you do, tell the truth. If you tell the truth, there will be no punishment, there will be no scolding, and only there will be love, care, and guidance. So keep this little advice in your mind and be happy. Namo Buddhaya. When a mother loves her only child, she loves that child unconditionally, without any exceptions, without any expectations. Same like that, you have to spread the same kindness, same love, and same compassion towards all living beings in this world, without any exceptions, without any reservations. So the way to do that is you have to generate a mind of thinking like, may my enemies be well and happy. May they live long. May they live a happy life. May my friends be happy. May they live long. May they live a happy life. May everyone in this world, without any exception, without any bound, may all living beings in this world be well and happy. May they live long. May they live happily. So when you spread that mind of love and kindness, that is called the purest form of love and kindness in this world. All the other loves and kindnesses are based on conditions, based on expectations. It's saying like, if you're loving me only, I'm going to love you. But in true love and in pure love, it's not like that. He's saying, or he or she is saying, that I need everyone to be happy. I need everyone to be happy in their lives without any expectations. That is the purest form of love. So you have to have a great practice and great dedication, right? And you have to have a great mindset to practice this purest form of love. But you can achieve this by practicing it little by little, step by step, and applying this love and kindness to your practical life. So practice this love and kindness practice as a daily basis. Maybe like whenever you get up in the morning, just sit on the bed, just close your eyes, take a deep breath in, let it out and think, may everyone in this world be well and happy. May my enemies be well and happy. I am forgiving them. Today, I choose to forgive them. That is how you practice this little step of pure love and pure kindness. So practice it and feel it, that you are feeling the peacefulness inside. So make your life much more better with love and kindness. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Imagine if you kept a pot, a clay pot or a vessel under a dripping tap. What will happen to that vessel?
the tiny droplets that is fallen from that tap will collected into that vessel, and with the time that vessel will be filled. But if you take the tiny drop of water, the little droplet of water, that cannot make any impact on the volume of that vessel. When we consider with the vessel, the volume of that vessel, the tiny droplet of water is nothing. But these tiny droplets of water is kept on falling into that vessel again and again continuously. With the time, that will make an impact, that will make a huge impact to the volume of the vessel. With the time, the vessel will be filled with water, and there will be a time that vessel will be overflowing with water. So our great teacher Supreme Buddha took this simile to explain a wonderful thing to our lives. Supreme Buddha taught, do not think lightly about the merits. Do not think lightly about the little good things, wholesome things that you do in your life, saying it will be not come to my life as a result. Normally, we don't give much consideration about the little things, little good things that we do in our life. Now, the nature of this life is always it's in this life, the little things matters. The little things, the little and subtle things that we do in our life will make a huge impact to all of our lives. So our great teacher Supreme Buddha taught that do not think lightly about your merits, that it will not come to my life as a result. Supreme Buddha said, drop by drop, the water pot is filled. Same like that, the wise person who is diligent in collecting merits, he collects the merits little by little, and one day his life will be filled with merits. So you have to give a big concern to the little good things, little wholesome deeds, little merits that you do in your day, because they are the good things that you do daily. Normally, people do good things in their life, but they do not do it continuously. But there are some good deeds, wholesome deeds that you do as a daily basis, as a daily routine. So you have to give a big concern to them. You have to give a big attention to them, and you need to motivate yourself to do those little merits daily. Now, when we take about the little merits, it's like speaking kindly to someone. It's a little merit. Saving a little animal's life, it's a little merit. People don't think much about those merits. People don't think much about those good deeds, right? They don't think that the results of those actions will come to their life. But remember, in the law of karma, it says, what you do will always give you a result, right? Everything that you do with your body, with your mind, with your words will give you a result. That is the law of action, the law of karma. So, the little things that you do every day, little good things, right? Wholesome things, will give you a good result. So if you keep on doing these little good things every day, your life will be filled with merits. So that is why our great teacher Supreme Buddha taught us to not to think about your merits lightly. In life, always little things matters. Same goes with the demerits. Supreme Buddha said, do not think lightly about the demerits. So there are so many evil things little things that we do in our day, but we don't give a much concern to those little evil things, little bad things. Remember, those little bad things will get together, it will adds up into your life, and it will make your life evil. So do not think lightly about the merits as well as the demerits, because those things will matter the most in our life. So do not let your demerits to take control of your life. Always you should increase the amount of merits, right? So give a big concern to the little things that you do in your life, right? Like speaking to someone kindly, saving animals' lives, right? Giving some donation to someone. Those things matters in our life. So collect many merits to your life every day. Do something that adds value to your life, and your life will be filled with merits one day. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai. Namo Buddhaya. Normally, in society, people say that you need money to do merits. You need money to do good deeds and wholesome deeds. But they are wrong. There are more and many good deeds that you can do without money. Of course, you need money to do some merits. But more than that, there are so many merits that you can do without using the money. So today I am going to share with you one merit that you can collect daily, maybe 2 times a day, without much effort, and also, moreover, without using your money. So normally, you eat at least 2 times a day. You have 2 meals a day at least. Some people may eat for 3 times, but surely most of you eat 2 times a day. So have you ever wondered that you can collect a merit soon after you are finished with your meal? Okay, today I'm going to teach you how to do a merit after eating and when you are going to wash your plate, when you are going to wash your dish. Our great teacher Supreme Buddha taught us, if you can throw the water that is used to wash your dish, thinking, may this water with these food particles be a food for a little animal. If you can think that thought, that will generate a merit to your life. So how to do it? So after you are having your meal, when you wash your dishes, you wash them with water. So that water is consist of water as well as the tiny food particles. So when you throw them to the sink or to the ground, these tiny food particles will be eaten by tiny animals, maybe like ants, flies, and so many little animals. So Supreme Buddha taught us, if you can throw this water by thinking, may these food particles be a food for tiny little animals like ants, then that will generate a merit to your life. So whenever you are having your meal, after having your meal, then you can wash the dish and throw this water to the ground by thinking this thought. If you can think that, that will be a merit to your life. So this merit is very little. It is a very little one. Supreme Buddha taught us that you should not think lightly about your merits. Normally we don't give a big concern to the water that we use to wash the dishes. So if you can do that, if you can generate that merit, that will be add to your merit account in your life. Right? The more you do this, every day, the merits will be collected to your life. So that is why Supreme Buddha said, do not think lightly about your merits, thinking that it will not come to me as a result. Supreme Buddha said, little by little the water pot is filled. Same like that, the wise person will collect merits daily, and one day his life will be filled with merits. So this is the merit that you can do at least 2 times a day, right? So it is very easy. It does not cost any money. It does not cost any effort. All you need is that mindset of collecting merits. You need to have a motivation inside yourself to do good things in your life. Because all the pleasurable things, all the materialistic things that we have around us will remain as nothing at the end of our life, but only the regret, right? But if you give something to someone, if you did something good in your life, if you collected something that adds value to your life, that will give you the happiness. That happiness cannot be bought from money, with money. So you, all by yourself, you should collect these merits, have a good mindset of collecting merits, and you should think that I should be diligent in collecting these types of merits. So that is the little and subtle and wonderful and very easy merit that you can do in your day. That is the thing that I need to share with you today. So do this merit every day. One day your life will be filled with merits. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai. Namo Buddhaya. Dear meritorious devotees and my dear children, we start our day in the morning. So morning is an important time in the day. If we did something good and if we spend our morning successfully, then the whole day will be very happy and nice. At the end of the day, when you're going to bed, you can recall about on your day and you can be happy if you start the day with a happy mind. So the morning is more important in our life. So how you spend the morning determines how you spend the day. So if you start the day, if you start in the morning, if you start your day with a good thought, with a wholesome thought, then your whole day will be happy. That refreshment will last long for the whole day. So here are a few things that you can do in every morning. In each and every morning, when you open your eyes, you feel that you are alive, that you feel that you are not dead. But for many people, that morning had been the worst morning of their life. They may be dead, they may fall into sickness. So in each and every morning, when you open your eyes and when you feel that you are alive, then you should be grateful for yourself, to your life of being alive. You can be happy. And always be grateful for people who helped you to live this life. With the help of those people, you are living in this world. So in each and every morning, when you open your eyes to this world, think of the people who helped you on your life journey. Your parents, your teachers maybe your relations, maybe your wife, maybe your husband. Always recall the people who helped you on this journey of life and be grateful for them. In every morning when you get up, if you can think, may all of my parents, teachers, relatives, and all of them be well and happy. If you can wish from the deepest place of your heart, if you can generate the kindness, love to themselves, then you can start your day with a happy mind. And also, there are some people who makes troubles for our life. So we are in a mood of anger about them. When you get up in the morning, think of them and try to forgive them. If you started forgiving to the people who makes troubles in your life, if you start forgiving to the enemies of you, then you can live your life peacefully. You may not find the agony or you may not find the stress within yourself because you have forgiven them. Though they are angry with you, though they hate you, if you have forgiven, then you will not carry that anger, that hatred to the next life. That is what we should do. If someone does a terrible or miserable thing to your life, start forgiving. Then in each and every morning, forgive all the enemies and all the people who makes troubles to your life. That is another thing that we can do in every morning. And think of the whole living beings, all living beings in this world, and spread your love and kindness towards them. You can think, may all the beings be well and happy. May all the beings be healthy. May all living beings find the true happiness in their life. By generating these kind thoughts, compassionate thoughts, your heart will be cleansed. If your heart is abandoned from evil thoughts, then only you can find the happiness. Then only you can start your day with a happy mind. Then only your whole day will be a successful and a happy one. So make sure in every morning you practice the love and kindness when you get up. That is what we can do in every morning. Every morning starts with the dawn. Dawn is a special and beautiful time in the day. But that dawn, that beautiful and wonderful dawn, cannot make your life a beautiful one, a wonderful one. Supreme Buddha taught, if a person in the morning contemplates on Supreme Buddha, if he recalls the qualities of Dhamma, if he recalls the qualities of Sangha, if he generates the love and kindness within his heart, if he has an innocent heart within him, that morning will be the greatest and the wonderful morning that he is having in his life. So, dear devotees and my dear children, make sure in every morning to practice love and kindness. Be grateful for the people who you get the help to your life, and always contemplate on the Supreme Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, and be kind, be compassionate, and practice love and kindness whenever possible. And always remember, every time is possible for you to practice love and kindness in your life. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai. One day, the Buddha visited a certain monastery. And while he was walking around, he heard someone is moaning and screaming in pain. So the Buddha went to the room where the sound was coming from, and he saw a monk lying on the bed, covered with blood and pus all over his body, and he was suffering with a terrible skin disease. So the Buddha called all other monks and told them to prepare some hot water and to arrange a bed outside. Out of compassion, the Buddha took this sick monk outside and he laid down him on the bed. The Buddha gave him a bath and he washed his old robes and he cleaned his wound and applied medicine. After all these treatments, the monk felt so much comfortable. And after this incident, the Buddha addressed all the monks and said, "Dear monks, you need to help when someone is sick. You need to treat when someone is physically down." And the Buddha said, this body is not going to last forever. Once the consciousness is released from this body becomes useless like a rotten piece of wood. So the Buddha said, while you are alive, you need to help each other. You need to treat when someone is physically and mentally down. And the Buddha said, if someone treats sick people, it is like they are treating to the Buddha. Dear ladies and gentlemen, we are not going to last forever on this earth. And that is why we need to help each other. We need to care for each other. Just remember, this whole world is filled with rude, negative and selfish people. And that is why this world needs, this society needs kind, generous and soft-hearted people like you. May all the beings be well and happy. Namo Buddhaya.